Hi there. It's your second favorite DP right here, okay? No, that's Deadpool, you silly little Hufflepuff. Anyways, I'm gonna need you to shut up that pretty little mouth of yours and pay attention because the show's about to start, alright? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. Alright, enough foreplay. Let's get on with the show.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everybody, welcome back to Pop Culture Warrior. It's the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. Evening, everybody. I feel like it's been forever. Today is May 23rd, 2023. This is episode 134 of Pop Culture Warrior. I am, of course, CQ. I'm your Pop Culture Warrior. Joining me tonight, he is tonight's man in the bubble. He's the kidult who's only kidding. Please welcome everybody. Angry Elf to the show. Yay!
Hello there.
Hello there. Hey, how's it going, man? Hey.
It's going.
It's going. Quick shout out. Hey, everybody in the chats. Wow, we already got a Thomas Hubbard. What's going? Pop Culture Warriors life. Fuck yeah, man. Rock on. From New York, New York. Okay, man, what part? I'm, originally New York bred and born. Hey, I'm from New York. I'm a New Yorker over here. Hey, who else we got? Thomas says hi to you too, by the way. Let's see, who else? Charles, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Scott's in the house. It's June. What did I say? It's June 6th?
You said May 23rd. It's I was going to let it go for a few minutes and then be like, yeah.
You know the thing from Anchorman where he reads exactly what's in the teleprompter no matter what?
I'm Ron Burgundy?
I'm Ron Burgundy? That might have been a Ron Burgundy moment. That might have been an Anchorman moment. I should maybe change my notes to say June 6th. Don't, you know.
Don't talk.
Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Lots for you tonight. If you're tuning in, this is a good one to tune into. We are going to do giveaways. I'm going to give shit away. I've been saying I was going to do it forever. I have a stack of things. Like literally, if I pan the camera over, I have boxes and boxes of stuff that I need to just give away. All, autographed memorabilia, headshots,
all those old pornos from like 25 years ago.
Yeah, all my porn from Iraq and Afghanistan, all stuck together and crinkled. But now we got a bunch of stuff, bunch of really cool things, signed headshots, pops, fucking just everything, anything and everything you can think of. I have the most random stuff, all brand new, nothing used, nothing worn. Mikey, hey, what's up from Third ID? There you go. What's up, man? The sports bar in the house. Ew, we got another New Yorker. Arthur Fonzarelli's leather jacket. No, not Arthur Fonzarelli's jacket, unfortunately.
Man, come on. That's what I wanted.
Charles says, I have a guest interview suggestion for you, Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And I promise, Greg is calling me out in the chats. Greg, he said, fool me once or twice or thrice, actually. No, I will actually do giveaways tonight. I am in the giving away mood. I'll do it in the second hour only because I was rushing and I didn't set up the little randomizer and all that. So I got to set it up during the break. But dude, there's so much to cover. Usually we'll banter for a few minutes. Fuck banter. All right. We need to talk.
Let's go.
There's a lot. No guest tonight. Like I said, for the next couple of weeks, I want to keep it bare so I can do giveaways, so I can do games with the audience, we're going to take in your calls. So also, before I forget, phone lines are open. Here's the phone number. Call in. Let us know. Say hi. I know this is going to go off the wall real fast.
Allow.
So if you'd like to call in, if you got something you want to talk about, by all means, give us a call. I got a couple topics I want to get into. Let's see. First and foremost, last Friday, I was at Fan Expo Philadelphia. And boy, howdy, what an experience it was. I think it's formerly known as Wizard World. So if you know the Wizard World conventions, it's the same thing. They just did like a rebranding. But Fan Expo Philadelphia, dude, it was a massive showcase. I mean, you had 3 of the stars from Back to the Future. You had Michael J. Fox was there, Christopher Lloyd was there, Tom Wilson was there. You had members of the Smallville community. So you had Tom Welling, you had Michael Rosenbaum, Kristen Kirk. You had people from Arrow, people from Flash. Yes.
Hey, was Allison Mack there?
Allison Mack, no. I think she's predisposed. I think she's predisposed at the moment. Let's see who else. I mean, there were so many people, dude. So many people. Henry Winkler was there. I mean, hey. And so many people. I was there Friday night, so some of the celebrities that were there were only doing like Saturday, Sunday, or they get in late Friday night or whatever it is. So I didn't see everybody, but I talked to just about everybody was there. I talked to Christopher Lloyd. I talked to what was his name? The dude that played RoboCop, Peter Weller, right? Peter Weller. Yeah. Is it? Peter Weller? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Peter Weller. Yes.
Yeah. So talk to RoboCop. In fact, I was standing within arm's reach. I could touch when Christopher Lloyd and Peter Weller were talking to each other and giving each other like old man hugs. It was sweet and surreal and also a bit creepy all at the same time. So I was there for that. That was enjoyable.
RoboCop meets Doc
Brown. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. So that was so cool, man. Tons of cool stuff there. I picked up some stuff. Like I always do, I end up picking up stuff that either gets in the background or goes into the box for giveaways. It's just what I do at this point. So I got a bunch of stuff. I interviewed Henry Winkler. I interviewed David Hayter, who is the voice of Solid Snake.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He's also, and I mean, you were talking about this before, but didn't realize David Hayter, the voice actor, Solid Snake and so many other characters, is also David Hayter, the writer and screenwriter for X-Men and X2, the movie. One of the many screenwriters that touched it. So just bonkers that's the same person. Solid Snake also helped create, led to the creation of the MCU, really, with the success of X-Men and others. So talked with him, talked with Kathleen Hurles, who is the original voice of Dora the Explorer. Back when she was 7 years old, she was the voice of Dora the Explorer. She's now in her 30s, which is weird to think about. I didn't realize Dora was that old. Who else? And then Joe Quesada. The grandpappy, the godfather of Marvel Comics. I mean, Stan Lee is the guy that created the universe, but really Joe Quesada is the one that put it on the map. 22 years as editor-in-chief.
I should have overnighted you a bunch of comics and like with a bunch of money in the envelope and been like, get these signed.
Yes,
I don't care what you got.
I have. You can't tell from the angle, but one of these posters here, right about
Uh,
there, is the Daredevil. When they announced the Daredevil TV series for Netflix,
right.
Joe did a whole poster for it, like a black and
Right.
white poster. And so that was that. The announcement, it's signed by all of the cast and also Joe Quesada. Because funny enough, it was New York Comic Con back when they announced the show. They were doing a signing, and I got, I did my thing and got into the thing. And so it was Vincent D'Onofrio, and it was Charlie Cox, and literally all the cast. And as I'm standing there, I'm holding the poster because they were giving them out. I was holding the poster, and somebody from behind me goes, "What do you think of the poster?" I was like, "Yeah, man, it's fucking dope, man. I love Joe Quesada's art." He goes, "Oh, thanks." And I turned and I'm like, "Motherfucker!" Like, it was Joe Quesada standing next to me, and I was like, "Would you sign it?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." He just did his his big Q thing with the and so that's hanging up there. I gotta post a picture of that later. But anyway, hey, what's up, Pete? How you doing, man? Mikey Max says Joe would be an epic warrant officer. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So we talked, and he was so awesome. Crazy. His grandfather, a Cuban immigrant, served in World War II, so that to gain citizenship here into the country, and then his father served in Vietnam, or Korean War, or Vietnam. I don't know, one or the other. I can't remember which one. One or the other. But we were talking about that. I'm like, crazy, man. And he goes, honestly, when I was of the age, he goes, I was considering going into the military, but it was peacetime and there really wasn't no need. And he was I got into comic books, and the rest is history. But 22 years as the editor-in-chief of Marvel. He's had his hand in so many amazing moments. It's funny that, well, there's a whole story about how me and his path keep crossing. But anyway, if you want to see any of those interviews, Henry Winkler, David Hayter, Kathleen Hurles, or Joe Quesada, the video is up now. Go to youtube.com/popculturewarrior. Somebody will link it in the chats, hopefully. And it's there. It's an amazing video. I loved the interviews. Some really great clips came out of that. And I did exchange info with everyone except Henry Winkler. He was so giving of his time, but it was literally like 3 minutes. Like we were real quick in and out with him, just because his line was massive and there were so many people that wanted to see him. But everybody else we exchanged info with, and they were very nice, and even said that they'd love to come on the show in the future. So look out in the future when we have David Hayter, Joe Quesada, and or Kathleen Hurles coming on the show. So, and with Joe, my plan is to use him because he's who he is. He's connected all throughout. So I want to use him to get like Frank Cho and David Finch and
Jim Lee,
Jim Lee, Mark Bagley, like all the legends, just the absolute legends that I loved growing up. And
do you think he can get the Todd fodder?
Yeah, that's that. I mean, it's Joe Quesada. I mean, if he's tight with him, I would think he could. But yeah, that's someone dropped a link for the Henry Winkler. There it is. There's the
that. What do you think I'm doing? Looking down right now, I'm hooking you up, like doing like a good co-host should be doing.
You're doing you're right. You're doing it right. Let's see what else. But yeah, so it was a great time, man. It really was a good time. Scott wants to know, is David Hayter going to reprise his role in the MG remake games? I don't know. It's a great question. I was talking to him about his most recent appearance, and it was something like I hadn't even heard of, but it was like something Ryzen something or whatever. And I was just like, oh, that's a weird, title or whatever. But hey, watch the interview. We had a good talk, and his voice doesn't sound like you think it would.
Right.
Like he sounds more like he reminded me of what's his name? Oh God, he's in Severance. Adam Scott. You know,
Okay.
actor
Yeah.
Adam Scott. His voice reminds me of Adam Scott, and I kept thinking like, wow, how is he like? They must do a lot of like auto tune to get him to sound like Solid Snake. And then at the end of the interview, he goes, so he's like, yeah, thank you for everybody. You're pretty good. And he slipped into the voice, and I went, oh, shit. I was like, that's it. That's the voice. Like, it was such a change, and it threw me off. I literally, dude, I had to cut the video because if I leave the full thing, it's me going like, oh, my God. Oh, you did the thing. Like, I just lost my shit. I completely lost my shit. So I had to cut the video of me looking like an idiot.
That's awesome.
But he was so cool. Yeah, he was really, really cool dude, man. He was awesome.
That's epic.
Yeah, Canadian. Who knew Solid Snake was Canadian?
Oh
yeah. So that was Fan Expo Philly. Very excited because in just another week and a half, I'll be at AwesomeCon in DC. Which is a whole nother slate of just craziness that I'm going to be getting into. I just got to share this just because I'm on top of all the other kinds of nerdy I am, I'm also tech nerdy. And I wasn't happy because I have these like lavalier mics, that, like you can connect it to your phone and you record the audio and whatever.
Yeah.
And it does the job more or less. I wasn't happy with how the audio came out. It was pretty spotty. This one, I don't know if there's too much background noise. I don't know if the connection was just weird. Whatever the reason, I wasn't happy about it. And I said, you know what? If I want to take this job serious, if I want to do this free job seriously, I got to invest.
Absolutely.
I got to invest. And so I got this. This is the DJI mic, and it is so badass. Let's see if it turns on. There you go. Like, it's all digital. Like, this mic is legit. It can go up to, I think it's like 980 feet from the receiver.
Wow.
15 hours of battery life. And you can connect it to your phone to use it as a mic. But if you don't, it records onto itself up to 14 hours of audio. So you can record onto itself. It has its own standby memory. So, and then download it later. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, dude, this is, and it's a big boy. This thing's got weight to it.
WTF Nation Radio, you need to start supplementing CQ. Or actually, forget that. I'm sorry I said that. No, if you're listening right now, you need to become a Patreon supporter right now. See what CQ's doing. Pop Culture Warrior, it's Patreon. Yes, you need to. And I'm not going to say you need to be the upper tiers. No, you just need to get in there and support him all the time. You get the behind the scenes. You get all the updates about CQ's TV show, even though it's in the middle of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
You get sweet swag. Come on, man. Like, look, where's my coffee cup? Where's my damn coffee cup holding all my damn pins? Right here. Look, swag. Pop Culture Warrior, Patreon support. Yep. Plus, if you're a Patreon supporter and he does his little wheelie spinny thing for his giveaways, you don't have to be on air. And if you get up in the upper tiers, like the Avengers or the Guardians, you get extra spins or names in there. Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna use you to do my commercial. But just stupid things in life. Look, say, oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't break it.
All right. Sorry about that. It has the little clippy thing, right? So you can clip it. But then if you don't want to clip it, or you don't have anything to clip it to, it actually has super strong magnet. Look at that shit.
Ooh.
It magnetizes. So you can just magnet it to things. But yeah, anyway, I'm such a tech nerd on top of all the other things that I am a nerd of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm very much, and that's recording. I should not be recording. There you go. We don't want that audio later. But yeah, so that's just another. So AwesomeCon, I'll be using that badass microphone and getting some really good sound. Charles says they also fly through the air really well. Yes, that's true. That's true. Let's see. So that's that. I'm excited for that. There's a bunch more conventions coming up. Also, super excited to announce. I'm so excited. Since we last spoke, since us,
Yes.
all of us, since we last spoke, finally, after years and years and years, Pop Culture Warrior will be at New York Comic Con with press badges. We have been granted press access at the second largest convention in the country, New York Comic Con. So I am over the moon. I've gone, my God, 8 of the last 10 years I've been at New York Comic Con, minus the COVID years. But this will be the first time I'm going officially as press. And I am super, super, super thrilled. It's a dream come true to be able to take this and do something that I'm passionate about here and take that and to do it at New York Comic Con. And it also means I am one step closer to press passes for San Diego Comic Con. This close. I'm in it.
You need a camera guy, right?
I have a camera guy.
You need a
WTF
guy.
Nation Radio has its official camera guy, but yeah,
You need a guy to carry your bag, right?
Yes, I need a bag boy. That's right. I need a gopher.
That's fine. I'll be a gopher.
Yeah. So very excited. We got a couple more conventions. We got Awesome Con, we got Contropolis, and there's some other ones, and then New York Comic Con in the fall. So very excited. Lots of big stuff coming out of that. But enough of that. Let's talk about what's the Scott says you need a shoe cleaner. Let's talk about what's hot in the world, man. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
The Spider-Verse. Spider-Man.
Dude.
How's it Jay Jonah does it? Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
There you go.
That menace.
That wall crawling and arachnid menace. So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse came out this weekend. I saw it Thursday. Saw an early preview of it on Thursday. And I gotta say, because I want to avoid spoilers, for those that want to see it and haven't yet, shame on you. But it's a great film. It's an absolutely great film. It delivers everything the first one did and more. I feel like the first one had a little bit more heart, if that makes sense, right? It was very family driven. There was the betrayal of the uncle. There was the death of Spider-Man. That there was Mary Jane and Aunt May grieving, and there was all this stuff. Now, not to say this one didn't have it. I just feel like it hit a little harder in the first one. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say, remember, this one and Beyond the Spider-Verse, it's a two-parter. So everything, it's like saying that you watched the first half of Into the Spider-Verse.
No, I don't. I disagree. Every movie has to stand on its own. The same way same way Infinity War and Endgame are, to me, are two different movies. They are a continuation, but so is the rest of the MCU. The Star Wars 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like they're all a continuation of the same story, but they all have to stand on their own as a movie. So as its own movie, see, back originally they were going to do Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, Part 2. Right. Then you could maybe make the claim of but no, it's its own movie, Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse. But anyway, long story short, this one was more about friendship, belonging, those kind of things. So it definitely had the heart. I just felt like in the first one, because you have the hero coming into his own and that kind of thing in the first one. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there was also a bit more of the fathers and son/daughters, not to drift into spoiler territory, but there was the father and their the progeny kind of theme between.
Again, not to say it didn't have it. I just felt it was a little stronger, more impactful in the first movie. That's all. And we're talking
Yeah.
9.5 to 9, right? I'm just saying there's
Mhm.
a slight difference.
Yeah.
I somebody asked me what would I rate it, and I said like a 9.5, 9.7, and it's only not perfect because there have been reported some sound issues where I
Yep.
noticed
I
some of the
experienced
dialogue
it.
gets washed out by some
Yep.
of the sound, and then it's such a nitpicky thing, right? Because we all agree Into the Spider Verse or yeah, Spider Man. Oh my god, my brain. Spider Man Into the
And
Spider Verse. The first one. It was just say the first one had gorgeous visuals, breathtaking, boundary breaking, like complete original visual style that was amazing. And in
yeah,
this one, they do that and they definitely up it.
right.
But for me, it edged over too much visual
Mm.
stimulation. And I'm not talking like there's the commercial, you see all the Spider-Man fighting or whatever it is. Like that's meant to be chaotic. But I meant visually from a state or each universe has its own color palette,
Yeah.
it's almost overstimulating where things are happening so fast and because the art style keeps changing, maybe I'm just getting old, but I had trouble like differentiating stuff, you know? Again, I'm not spoiling anything, but certain characters
Mm.
have visual art styles, certain backgrounds have visual art styles, and some of it is like so flashy, so in your face, and then some of it's like a giant watercolor painting that's just dripping off the screen. And so it's like my brain was constantly trying to catch up of like what it was seeing. Um,
Yeah.
and while that's a great thing because it's gorgeous, should win every award for like cinematography and stylized blah blah blah, set design, which is not real set, but it's beautiful. It's great. There's so many cameos by so
Oh
many
yeah.
Spider-Man from so many different universes. It's beautiful. So really, really love the music. Hey Heath, man, thanks buddy for coming on. Um, so I just loved it. What are your thoughts on it? What'd you rate it, and what do you feel
Oh,
about it?
rate it. If I didn't, if I take out the audio problems, yeah, I'd agree. It's a 9. The um, I liked it. I liked it a lot. My daughter liked it. She was all about it. Um, you know, I liked. I did like the different art styles for each different universe, and yeah, some of those cameos were pretty good. I in fact, the question I had to ask you after some of those cameos,
Hmm.
without spoiling
Sure,
anything,
sure, sure. Use
does this
code.
movie?
Use code.
No, well, I was going to ask, does this movie connect to the MCU?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
in a certain way, yes.
No, well,
Here's the thing: this movie connects to every Spider-Man in existence, so
true. I mean,
including the MCU.
even in the trailers, they do drop what
They
happened
do
in
say, yeah, they
No
go
Way
Doctor
Home.
Strange and that nerd from 1999 which
Yeah.
is for those that don't know, is the MCU cinematic universe. So
And don't
they do
anybody
reference it.
bring up what happened, what was uttered in this Doctor Strange 2 Multitude of Madness or whatever,
Yeah,
the Multiverse of Madness. That
yeah,
they don't know what they were talking about. They're smoking crack
yeah,
in the
yeah.
story.
I mean, there's lots. Yeah, there's lots of differing opinions, but yeah, no, it's well, we like our 616 where it belongs, and that's on the
Yes.
pages.
Yes.
But yeah, did you have a favorite? Because I don't think this is spoilery, but did you have a favorite Spider-Man appearance?
Spider-Man
Right.
appearance?
I
All
mean,
right,
a spider
I
character.
will Spider character. The one that I did like was the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, I
You
dig it
know,
too.
the but the Scarlet Spider has always been, no matter what anybody says about the Clone Saga, whatever, the Scarlet Spider has always been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Um, but
I don't know. Sometimes
my
I think it's the outfit. I don't know. I think it's the outfit
yeah,
that does it
it's
for
it's
me.
just
But
completely and utterly different,
yeah,
and you know, and it's also kind of the storyline. But no, my favorite cameo is a spoiler. We'll talk about it in a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
we'll give
But
we'll give it at least a week before we break
but
spoilers. But
but I will say this in being elusive. If you know the origin of Miles Morales, the true origin of Miles Morales,
mm,
you
yes,
you might be able to figure out
yes.
what this cameo is.
Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I was gonna say I think my favorite also was, and it's seeing so many different interpretations of Spider-Man from like Spider
Oh yeah.
Cat, Spider Tyrannosaurus Rex,
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
no.
Spider Buggy was in there. That
Yep.
not the Spider Buggy from our universe, but the sentient Spider Buggy that is
Yes.
actually
That was like, whoa, whoa, they
yeah.
took it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went far with it, but yeah, no, I love the Scarlet Spider appearance, and it. Do you find it strange that I mean, again, I could have missed it. I could have very well missed it, but there were
Yeah.
no symbiote Spider-Man that I noticed,
No, I didn't
and I
see
looked very
somewhat.
carefully.
Somebody claims that that new version of Ben Riley, Chasm or Chisholm or whatever,
Mhm.
that came out within the last 6 or 8 months in the comics was in there, but it was one of those like itty bitty,
Schism, was it Schism? Something like that.
schism
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
Um, maybe because it's beyond the Spider Verse, and the next one, maybe somehow the symbionts come into play.
Or and I've been thinking about it's I've thought about this way too much, honestly, already. But
Yeah.
or, you know, without spoiling anything, there's a reason that not every Spider-Man is a part
Hmm.
of this organization. And maybe throughout the multiverse, people that they figure uh, those Spider-Men are not are dangerous. They're not they shouldn't be included in protecting the multiverse, you know, protecting the
Hmm.
Spider Verse. So I don't know. Maybe that's a reason that you know. Again, it could be something that ties into, you know, man. I want to postulate where we can go in the third movie, but
Oh,
I can't
anywhere.
do that without spoiling what's in the second movie.
I,
So who knows?
I
Maybe we'll see Venoms in the you know, or I should say symbiote Spider-Man in the others. But I noticed a
I mean,
couple that I didn't see. You know, I didn't see Superior Spider-Man. I didn't see that was when Doc Ock took over him. I didn't see
yeah.
what's the other one I'm thinking of? Iron Spider. I didn't see Iron Spider, the red and gold.
I I think I think you yeah, the Iron Spider may have been in there, but I think someone was reaching for it when I saw a video. They were
They try
talking
to
about it, like
identify him.
breaking, going that was that one, and that was that one, and that
Yeah.
was that one.
Is-
Um,
if it was there, he was way in the background and way
oh
hard to
yeah,
notice.
yeah.
I
Um,
appreciate that like they hit a couple of the fan favorites, but I appreciate that they went with like the deeper pulls for a lot of them too.
yeah.
Because you would think like armored Spider-Man, right? The gray silverish armor
Hmm.
is a fan favorite. Uh, Bag head Spider-Man is a favorite. Uh,
Bombastic
I'm sorry.
Bagman, yes.
Bombastic Bob Bagman.
Yep.
Let's see. Scott says, speaking of Spider Man, did you see the new game trailer?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
bring that up. I know
Yeah.
you're an Xbox purist, so you won't be playing it.
I
You know what?
it's
You
first of
can
all,
live vicariously through me when it comes out.
it has nothing to do with that I'm an Xbox purist. I
Hmm.
just don't have a PlayStation. There's a difference. There's a difference. If someone gave me a PlayStation, I'd have a PlayStation. If I'm an Xbox purist and someone's like, here's a free PlayStation, I'm like, shove it up your ass, you stupid PlayStation. Like, no, I just don't have one.
So,
I
what are you
prefer
trying to say?
Xbox.
For Christmas, I should buy you a
I
PlayStation
mean,
5
I
and
mean,
shove those games, you know?
I mean, if you would, I'd happily play them. I mean, that like I watched so much gameplay footage of the first Spider-Man. I basically played it. I basically played it.
No,
I watched
no,
all of the gameplay footage.
no.
Um,
You didn't have the joys of
Oh, I
web
did.
slinging through
was like,
New York City. You didn't. I'll admit, after I beat the game, I did not. I was. It took me. I don't know how long it be. Let's say 2 weeks, maybe three. Because I
Mhm.
was working and all that stuff. Actually, what saved me and allowed me to play the game was when Hurricane Florence came through. We didn't go to work for like I think a week, and I just sat there and did this, watching my daughter because she was 2 at the time and got away with just handing her a dead controller, and we just
Yeah.
sat there and played.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, after I beat the game proper, while I was waiting for the DLCs to
Miles
come
Morales.
out,
Yeah.
I web slinged around the city and just did stuff like
Yeah.
just took out criminals. And I did almost the exact same thing when the Miles game came out. In fact, I will say I was disappointed when the Miles game came out that it was so short. I
Well,
mean,
it was basically an
it
add-on.
felt, yeah, it was basically an oversized DLC.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm looking forward to this. This game better come out in September
So
because if they wait,
Scott says, I'm not going to spend my money on PlayStation. I'm loyal to Team Xbox, but the Spider-Man game does look really good. He has a question. Since Angry Elf is a PlayStation purist,
I have an Xbox.
what what does he think of that massive L of a Sony showcase? Those are his words. His words. Scott
I
Rosa,
didn't, I didn't even watch it. I was waiting for all I wanted to see was the
the
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
stuff, and
You know,
it'll be on YouTube. I can come around, a couple hours later and just watch the Spider-Man stuff. Yeah, there was some cool stuff, but here was the other problem with that whole stupid thing. Um, they showed stuff like the new Assassin's Creed.
yep.
Hey nerds, that's multi-platform. That's
Hmm.
going to Xbox. That's going to PC, um, Switch, sure,
Hmm.
but they kind of made it out like, oh, it's a PlayStation exclusive. No, get off of it.
Yeah.
Sony likes to blow. Well, Sony screwed up. Hey, give me a break. I just like the PlayStation.
Yeah, I
Uh,
hate that. It is what it is. That Sony the Spider-Man footage was breathtaking. It was gorgeous. Obviously the game plays fast and loose with the timeline of events. But you know what?
and,
It's
but
its
it
own property.
it's its own universe because
Exactly.
especially the way the story plays out.
Yeah. That's
You know what I
Mhm.
what I wanted to see, and here's the big question, and it'll be answered when the game comes out and all that stuff. But where does the symbiote come from? Because if you've played the game or seen the footage, there is some sort of symbiont like thing taking care of Harry.
Yes. I gotta say one thing though, in watching that footage. And again, haven't played the game, right?
Yeah,
So I can't talk as a guy who played the game. But the game is gorgeous.
yeah,
Absolutely gorgeous.
right.
I don't like how the symbiote looks on Spider-Man.
Nope.
It looks
Uh,
like armor. It looks hard.
yes,
It looks solid,
yes,
which is
yes.
weird.
And what I okay, so two things. One, from both the other games,
Hmm.
there um they had massive amounts of suits.
Hmm.
I mean, in the Spider-Man Peter Parker game, oh God, I think they had close to 60 suits that you collect, and eventually, I mean, and so, um, and then Miles had probably about a third of that. But anyways, the point I'm getting at is one, I'm fairly certain they'll have an original cloth variant or looking variant of the symbiote suit, and two, what they were alluding to is that the symbiont play is going to be so significant to the game that there might be other versions of the spider suit that have a symbiote counterpart. Like this might be like not just something I originally when I heard the baseline, I thought, okay, the first act is going to be Miles and Peter hanging out, and at the end of the first act, they're going to encounter the symbiote. The second act, one of them, because how they play fast and loose, it could have been Peter gets a symbiote. Maybe they're going to turn it on a dime and say, "Oh, hey, guess what? It's not Peter who gets the symbiote. It's Miles who gets the symbiote." And then They eventually go through the whole process of getting it off, and then the end of the game is fighting Venom. And then of course Craven's in there, and you're gonna have at least half dozen other villains pop up. But
Yeah, and
now it looks like that the symbiote is going to be a chunk of the game, and so
yeah, I feel like there's a lot, uh, because you have like they've showcased it. Spider-Man's gonna have these
yeah.
symbiote abilities, so you're gonna be putting points and experience and leveling that up. So if at
hmm
some point you take that away from him in the game, that might feel like it was all for naught.
No, if you remember from the first reveal, remember Peter had the spider appendages. He has the spider appendages similar to the spider armor. So he's got 4 appendages. So,
But have you seen you saw the footage where he's like throwing out the
oh
tentacles
yeah,
and like
oh yeah.
it's a
I'm
little.
just, I'm just saying.
So you're saying there would be like a version of it without the
Right,
symbiote suit?
right. Yeah, because there was in the original game there was both versions of the Iron Spider, the MCU version and then the comic version, right? Had those spider, wall
Yeah,
dudes or whatever they called
yeah.
them, and they had a spider power that came with it, and so you could equip that spider power in any of the other suits. You could use those arms.
Hmm.
So, you know, but who knows? We'll see
Yeah,
how it comes out.
we'll see.
I
And
have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in this game, and especially the last 2 outings, they knocked it out of the park on both of
sure.
them.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it looks breathtaking. It's going to be twice the size of the first game. I
Yeah.
mean, you get fan favorite Venom, who's being voiced by what's his name?
Um, Todd, Toby,
Tony, was it Tony? Tony Todd? Todd? Tony Todd?
Tony
The
Todd.
guy who did the
Yes.
voice of Candyman is going to be the
Yeah.
voice of Venom, which is
Yeah.
creepy on a whole nother level.
Yes.
So that's awesome. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how I don't even have a PlayStation. I'm excited for it to come out so I can watch videos of people playing it. For sure. You can set up a stream and I'll watch. But
No,
yeah,
no, you can just come here and sit on my couch and watch it
well
as
that
I
too.
play it.
That too. I did. Okay, so we've gone down the Spider-Man video game rabbit hole, but to finish
Right.
up our conversation on Spider-Man Bottom, the appearance you talked about,
Right.
we're not going to say what it is because again, I don't like to spoil things, but I found something funny about that.
Uh-huh.
And that appearance came down to the last few weeks, like literally a few weeks ago. And so there's a quote from the creators. They said that it literally came down to the 11th hour. And as a matter of fact, even in audience preview screenings, it was actually a cardboard cutout
Ooh.
because it hadn't been shot yet. So, as you know, think about it. Preview screenings for audiences are probably, I don't know, 8 weeks
2
ago.
months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 2 months ago. So, as recently as 2 months ago, it wasn't even done. And there were a few appearances, to speak vaguely. The other appearance, I feel like there's no way for me to talk about it without being spoilery. So okay, I'm gonna put up a spoiler warning for a second, and just to talk about this.
Let's do it.
And
I'm
then,
excited.
And then and then I'll stop once we're done talking about it. But all right, 3, 2, 1. All right, spoilers ahead. So what we're talking about is obviously the Donald Glover appearance as
Right.
the MCU-ish live version MCU Prowler, and because he played Aaron Davis in the Spider-Man trilogy, and so now it's to be Aaron Davis the Prowler. The other live appearance that appeared in the movie was Mrs. Chen from the
Yep.
Venom universe, which,
Yep.
as far as I can tell, is the only
Connection.
use and connection of the Venom properties in
Right.
any way, shape, or form. And it makes sense that none of the Spider-Man went that was the spot that had appeared there.
Right.
But what's fascinating to me about this, and you probably couldn't, I don't know if you would know this or not, but that wasn't shot for this. That was unused B-roll footage that they had shot for Venom. So that wasn't shot for this movie. That wasn't newly shot. That was filmed years ago and I think it was for the first Venom movie. Or no, it might have been the second one. But so I found it fascinating that the only live action shot that was used for this, that was freshly made and recorded, was that Donald Glover appearance, because all the other Spider-Mans that appear, those were all reused. And then, obviously the Lego, which was adorable, that was shot technically, but it was all digital. And then so the only live action footage that was used and shot for this movie specifically was that Donald Glover appearance, whereas the Mrs. Chen was B-roll.
I wonder. As we were talking, it started I wonder if that's a clue to Spider-Man 4.
Or Venom 3. I mean, it could be one. It could be one or the other. Could be one or the other. Because they are starting shooting Venom 3. They are starting next month. Which, yeah, I know.
I like the first one. The second one was kind of like, oh, God.
I barely enjoyed the first one, and the second one was just absolute trash. All right, taking off the spoilers.
Yep.
And spoiler free. Hey Lynn, how you doing? Good morning. Where are you watching from that you're saying good morning? Good Lord. You must be on the other side of the planet. Let's see. What else? So much to talk about. My goodness. And we're already cracking time. Oh, and this is, I got to thank to you because you sent me this. So there's a guy named Zach, and I guess it's pronounced Swap. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's broken the record for most movies seen in theaters in a single year. Now, he broke, just chat. I got what, 20, 30 something people watching live. If you had to guess, what was the number of movies he's seen to break the record in a single year? Ballpark it. Guess. Go ahead, put it in the chats. And then I will also, while that's happening, I will also give the background in that he still has a month to go. So he broke the record. He's 12 months. He's only at month 11 and he broke the record. So God only knows what it's going to be. But let's see. Scott says 340. Wow, you're going big, Scott. Charles says 150, which is a decent number. I mean,
I say 365.
You got to think, right? If you saw one movie a day for a year, that'd be about 365. So Scott's, I mean, to know that he's a month away, you got to figure. And then you got the sports bar coming in with a whopping 1,400. 1,400. I mean, is he seeing 5 movies a day for a year? I don't know. So
the real question is,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's the most number of movies you've seen in one day?
In one
24-hour period in the movie theater.
In a theater, 5.
5?
Yeah. Yeah.
What movies did you see?
That was a crazy. I was young.
Right.
I was skipping school.
Okay.
And I don't even remember what movies they were. I didn't leave the theater. I just didn't leave the theater. I thought it was so cool that I could just walk out of one, because back in the day on a Wednesday in the morning, nobody's guarding the theater, so I would just leave one screening and go into the next. And yeah, it was like, I want to say it was 5 Because I remember thinking like I could go for a 6 because it was like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and just remembering like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. It had been like 10 hours, and I was like, I'm just done. Can't eat
I
another
did
fucking hot dog.
in the summer of 18. I did 3. I
Okay,
went and saw
chump
Endgame,
change,
Solo, and then Deadpool. Was it 2? Deadpool 2.
possibly.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here is the big reveal. So, the number of movies seen in theaters in 1 year he did to break the record was 716. You can see it there on your screen. He broke the record June 1st, 2023, watching Spider Man Across the Spider Verse. It's crazy. And he's, like I said, he still has a month to go. I don't know what his his method of break, like if he's seeing 2 a day or 1 a day or whatever it is,
He had to do 2 a day. To
to do
get
2 a
that number,
day.
he had to do 2 a day.
So 716. So Scott Charles, you were way under. Sports bar, you doubled up on it. But with a month still to go, you got to figure he can probably. You think I don't think he has it in it to make 1,000. I don't think so, but probably 800 something.
Yeah.
Probably. I figure, so doing the math, 11 months to get to 700. He's doing less than 100 a month. So yeah, maybe 800, maybe a little more, possibly.
Maybe.
Now, I don't want to talk ill of anyone,
Mm-hmm.
but looking at this picture,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on. Let's see. Let me make sure, because I want you to see it as well. I want you to take a good look at this picture. Where's my camera? And there it is. Is it wrong to say
Nope.
that this looks like someone who hasn't left a movie theater in a year? I mean, do you think he lives in
Harrisburg?
his grandparents' basement? Uh,
Harrisburg?
yeah, Harrisburg is where he broke the record, and I'm assuming where he
Har-
watches most of his movies.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Yeah, he's living in his mom's basement.
I
Maybe his
mean,
grandma's basement.
this is like don't get me wrong. I'm a pretty pale fellow, but my God, like this guy could really use to stand outside for a
He,
little bit.
Here's the other thing. What does he do for a job? Because if
That's a
he's doing,
great
because
question.
he would have to average about 2 movies a day to keep this record. What is he doing for a job? You know, where's he getting this money from?
That's a
Unless he's independently wealthy.
yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Grooming and Review says 50-year-old virgin.
No,
That's
that guy
the
doesn't
spin.
look 50. He
Uh,
looks like maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Greg says his AI girlfriend is totally okay with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if he
Yeah,
works in the
girlfriend.
movie theater? That's what Scott says. What if he works in the movie theater? I mean,
Doesn't
it
count.
doesn't seem like you're gonna be doing much work if you saw 716 films. I don't know. I don't know.
The only thing I could think of, he could be some form of YouTube review, or oh snap, he could be a freaking reviewer.
A movie
That's
reviewer. It's
how.
possible.
Yeah,
Possible.
that.
Possible. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm so curious now. I should bet on me for not doing my homework here, but let's see.
You gonna stalk him? Facebook stalk him?
Yeah, we're not gonna Facebook. So, swoop and movie. Let's see what comes up. All right, coming from Regal here. Zach Swoop has broke the record for most movies seen in theaters in a single year, 716. The record was broken last night at a screening of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Zach still has over a month to go until the new record is set. And yes, he's a Regal Unlimited member.
Oh, of course. Why not? You
Yeah,
have to be. It'd be
yeah.
stupid not to be.
Get this guy as a guest. That's what I'm being told. Get him as a guest. Let's see.
Yeah, you need to get him as a guest. Absolutely.
Legacy on the road I don't know. This guy does, this actual movie. Let's see, movie record. I mean, there's like the only mention of him comes from Regal. I almost want to say it's fake. It's a way to
Maybe.
sell.
Perhaps. Now, here's a question. I've
Okay.
got a question.
Hang on a second. Does he have a oh, he has a TikTok. That nerd Zach.
That nerd Zach is the name of the TikTok?
Yeah. Yep. He goes, squeezed in 4 movies last night for my world record challenge run and didn't get home until something and now have to work at 6:45 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know. And he's got a TikTok where he's tracking like all of the movies. So you can see like, ticket stubs for movies 380 to 382 and 385 to 386. And so I don't know. I mean, maybe I will reach out to him. I don't know. Maybe I will.
Reach out to him. I want to ask him if he's seen Cocaine Shark.
Well, if it's not in theaters, he ain't seeing it. So this is a guy who doesn't have time. He doesn't have time for anything other than theater watching for the next month. So I gotta talk to him a month from now because he's gonna be too busy.
Yeah, besides, Cocaine Shark is only about 70 minutes of the purest, best cinematic. God, it's got to be in the running for greatest movie of 2023. I'm telling you.
So it sounds to me like somebody wants to talk about cocaine. What?
Cocaine Shark. It is so bad. It is good.
Okay, so I got a couple questions.
Yes.
So Cocaine Shark, is it in any way affiliated with Cocaine Bear?
Nope, not even remotely close.
Okay, because Cocaine Bear is not a bad movie. Not a bad movie.
Cocaine Shark is
cash grab.
Oh yeah, and it is a B movie to the max. Like the special effects are garbage. The storyline is hard to follow. It doesn't make sense. It's like, are you serious? This is what we're doing. The good thing is it's free on Tubi.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, thank you for debasing yourself and watching the film. I mean, give me what's the highlight of the film? What's the highlight of Cocaine Shark? If you had to sell it, gun to your head, you have to sell this movie. What's the highlight?
The crab shark, the crab hammerhead shark that just randomly appears in bodies of water. That is the greatest shark. That's it. And yes. And the special effects for that, man, my 7-year-old could do it.
Okay.
This
Fair
movie.
Enough.
Oh,
Greg wants to know, is it better than Velocipaster?
I'm going to say no. And I haven't seen Velocipaster.
Yeah. You want an assignment, watch Velocipaster. It's if you can sit through it, I would be impressed. I would be absolutely impressed.
I sat through freaking Velociraptor, or excuse me, not Velociraptor, Cocaine Shark.
Don't give them ideas. I've got an idea. I heard it on Pop Culture Warrior last night. Velociraptor.
Hey, we get credit for it. We get royalties.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
So, okay. God, we've lost the thread here. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we are absolutely doing giveaways. I promise. I swear. And then we got to talk about Apple's Vision Pro. We got to. We got to. I have so many things I want to say about that. But we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in about 5-ish, 10-ish minutes. Loosey-goosey at the time. About 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, if you got to hit the head, if you got to refill the drink, or you got to go smoke, man, smoke them if you got them. We'll be right back with more show right after this. Shots.
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
You there? Yeah, it is right, you. Let me ask you something, alright? Where the hell do you think that you're going? Oh, would you think because the show is going to commercial that means you get to just walk away? Well, CQ asked me to pass on the little message, alright? And it says, I'll be back.
After all I've done, do you love me now? Do you love me now? After all I've said, running through your head, do you love me now? Do you love me now? And if I told you everything, I bet you cry and run away. 'Cause with all the lies I keep, made you believe this was me. The truth is I am not at all who I preach myself to be. And I deserve to be alone. And I'm alone here with me.
Broadcasting live from the basement of a Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Angry Elf. How you doing, bud?
Hi.
Welcome back to the
Good.
show. As promised, God bless you, everyone who's stuck in. We are doing a giveaway. I don't even know what we're giving away. It'll be something signed. It'll be it's gonna be a prize box. It's been too long. Haven't done a prize box. So a prize box, for all of you that don't know, when I send out a prize box, I typically will reach out and be like, hey, here's some things. Here's some random things. Choose categories, and then you will get a random gift from that category. But it always includes an original piece of artwork, hand done original piece of artwork, done at a convention. And it will always include a signed item, headshot, book, video game cover, whatever, something that's signed.
Comic book.
And then it'll also include just a bunch of random awesome stuff. So we'll do a box giveaway. And we're gonna do multiple. So if you're hanging in there with me, we're gonna do a couple tonight. I won't say how many, but we're gonna do a couple. We'll do a handful. So with that being said, Mr. Angry Elf, man in charge tonight, what will be the first giveaway buzzword, code word that we'll be using tonight?
Dragonfly.
Dragonfly. Okay. All right. So if you want to be entered into the drawing that's going to happen moments from now, mere moments, please Dragonfly into the chats so that we can see it and we can absolutely get you on board for this amazing prize given. Scott says, Dragonfly in these balls. All right, Scott, I got you, buddy. And Luis, what's up, man? All right, let me get these names. While I'm doing the names, good sir.
Yes.
Why don't you, I don't know, do something to entertain the troops here.
Do something to entertain the troops.
Put you on the spot.
All right.
Do a trick. Do a trick.
Do a trick?
Yeah, do a trick.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Oh God. Useless. We got Scott. We got who else? We got Luis. We got.
All right. We'll talk about some adult stuff. Who likes G.I. Joe?
Charles,
Who likes
Joe?
Who likes helicopters?
Why do you make it sound so weird? Who likes helicopters?
Who likes helicopters? Hasbro yesterday announced their next HasLab, and if you're not familiar with HasLab, it's essentially their Kickstart program. So they are doing the HX-1 Dragonfly helicopter. It's a Cobra helicopter. That's the real life counterpart. And this thing is like 2.5 feet long, and it looks legit. It's got lights.
Sorry, not to interrupt. One more time, Dragonfly. If you put Dragonfly into the chats, because Josh, I saw you make a comment. Put Dragonfly in the chat, and you'll be entered into this giveaway we're about to do. But I've got Kaz. I've got Scott. I've got Luis. I've got Greg. Who else? I've got that's it so far. Plus all the Patreon members. Because if you want to be entered without having to put in some silly code word or even be present to win, go ahead and join the Patreon. Even the lowest level, $3, and you will automatically be entered into winning fabulous things and prizes, things and stuff and things.
And it helps fund CQ's tech.
Yeah, my tech passion. There you go, Josh. Appreciate you, bud. All right. With that, I think we have given the fine folks at home enough time to spin that to enter. All right. So let's see. If I remember how to do this. It's been a minute, guys. Let's see if I remember how to do this.
Yeah, it has.
Let's jump over to, how do I do full screen? Full screen. Once I figured it's been a while. Full screen. There we go. And then jump over to Schwabang. There you go. And actually here, what I'll do is let me exit full screen actually. So you can see, because I like to be, completely transparent. All these names that have the P, P2, or P3 are Patreon members. So P meaning the first tier Patreon member, P2 meaning the second, and P3 meaning the third. And the fine folks at home who just entered while watching live, Lewis, Scott, Kaz, and Josh, you have no Ps. You're in it. You have a less chance of winning, but you're in it. So with that, I'm going to shuffle all the names. Shuffle. Tell me when to stop.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm tired.
Keep going.
You're a dick.
It's like the guy that does the pepper at the restaurant. All right, when? Thank you, good sir.
There it is. And let me go full screen just for the ambiance of it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the first prize of the night, who's gonna win? Let's go. The winner of the prize tonight is Mark B. First prize winner of the night, Mark B. Congratulations, Mark B. Your prize.
John, tell him what he's won.
Tell him what he's won. He's got a prize box coming to him. All right, so don't go far, guys, because we're going to do that again here in a few minutes. So hang tight, hang tune.
Hang 10?
Hang 10. The P actually stands for penis, and the number is the inches. Ha, ha, ha. Funny,
What?
funny. Mark B, promotable. All right, with that, let's go here. Couple more things we'll talk about as we're waiting for the next prize giveaway, which is moments away. I promise that you won't have to wait long.
Moments.
But real quick, we gotta talk about this just because. What the fuck? Apple had its keynote, whatever you want to call it,
announcement speech.
Yeah, and there was a couple things that I was like, all right, like that's pretty cool with iOS 17, like tapping phones to trade contact information. Like that just seems intuitive. That just seems like useful.
I need that.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing that. Yeah.
Also,
spell my name. Here's my phone number.
Yeah, and then there's there's a couple of things that weren't as essential but are kind of so kind of essential things as I was thinking about it. Like I like the check-in feature. So like if I'm heading to your house, I can literally send you a text, hey man, I'm on my way, and it'll automatically kind of prompt like, do you want to check in, where like it'll give you progress. Like you can literally open that text and it will live progress as I'm heading your way. Or let's say like my wife is going to some restaurant and is going to be back in a couple hours. Like she can go, hey, I'm going here, text it to me. And what it'll do is when she gets there, I'll automatically get a text. She arrived safely, or in reverse, right? If she's coming home, Well, you wouldn't need a text if she was coming home, but you can see that live progress. So it's just a pretty cool thing. And yes, for everyone that says Samsung's been doing that for years, we know, we get it. We know they've been doing it for years, but Apple will do it better. Period. Period. Apple will do it better. They might be years behind, but they'll do it better. So there's that feature. Like there was a couple of cool things that were like, all right, these are very useful. These are everyday things that just make sense. Then there was a couple of things where it was like, yeah, that's a nice thing to have, like the customizable, like, so if I call you, it will send you my customized like poster. I think they call them like posters, like name posters or something like that. Contact posters. So basically you'll see how it designed, instead of just like number and name, it'll be like design. You can pick different fonts and the whole screen is a poster and, you know, like all these kind of things. And I'm like, again, not something essential, but I thought like, okay, that's kind of nifty. Like that's a nifty thing.
It could be essential for business.
Yeah, maybe you could have like business profiles and things like that. And then they then they released, they announced the Apple, what are they calling it? The Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
Start
thoughts
saving
about this.
Start saving your pennies, boys and girls. Start
First of
saving your
all-
pennies.
First of all, let's take a look. I have a picture for the audience here. Oh, not that one. Sorry, not that one. We'll get to that one. We'll get to that one. Let me do, what was it? Where is the damn? I was gonna do.
Oh boy.
Shizer. Where did I put that damn thing?
I don't know. Where'd you stick it?
Wording, phrasing. Let's do.
Maybe that was intentional.
No, that wasn't it. Where in the heck did I put that darn thing? There it is. Heyo. All right. So here it is for the fine folks at home. The Apple Vision Pro. Now, first off, we'll speak about the elephant in the room. It is $3,500. $3,500 for those laymen out there before tax. Before tax. And God forbid, they're going to also sell you 700 attachments, right? Because you're going to need the lens protector and the extended battery and the longer cable and the better charging base.
It better not
case.
require a cable. It better not require a cable.
Oh, it absolutely does a cable. You need a cable. You have to use a cable. Yeah. So that's the first thing, right? Now, here's my thing. Again, Apple is, you would say, is late to the party, right? Because, you know, you've had Meta's been doing VR. You had, I mean, a bunch of companies have been doing VR. You had companies attempting the augmented reality, right? Google had the Google Glass and a bunch of these things. So, is the wearable device the next big thing, right? Like that's the question here.
They've been trying this for, I don't know, I want to say better part of a decade,
right?
Because
it seems like they just keep trying. There were 3D TVs. I was one of the suckers that bought a 3D TV that came with the glasses, and and immediately was like, oh fuck this, because I didn't want to wear glasses for a 2-hour movie. No, and now you think I'm going to be wearing ski goggles throughout the day?
No,
like it. I don't care how comfortable it is. I don't care. It could be like putting pillows on your face. It's still something on your face.
Yeah.
For what they're assuming is hours at a time, right? You're not. Right. This is not a like a. Oh, I'll just throw it on while I'm on the toilet. Although that is a kind of cool place to use it.
No.
Take a dump while I'm watching a movie or reading the news or watching YouTube.
Have you used extensively VR goggles in any shape or form?
I mean, a bit, yeah. I have Oculus Quest.
Because I've used them. I've got the original PlayStation VR. I mean, there was some cool stuff. A couple games like the most recent Ace Combat and the first Battlefields, Star Wars Battlefield had like, flying.
Yeah.
Where you sit there and you can look around the entire aircraft and you didn't have to turn your head to see the bad guy on your tail. That was cool, but man, no, I don't know.
So let's realistically, I want to break this down by some notable things and by some things that just who is this for?
Not
Uh
me.
let's see. Features. So first off, I have an issue with calling it the Vision Pro because Apple has a long history of releasing an item and then later releasing a better, more powerful, more expensive version that's a Pro version, right? There was the iPhone, then the iPhone Pro, then there was the Mac, and then the Mac Pro, and then there was the AirBuds and the AirBuds Pro. They're just coming out with Vision Pro. Where's Vision?
No, they'll just call it the Vision Pro Max or the Vision Max
I
Pro
mean,
or something. to
yeah,
that
Vision Pro
effect.
Plus, Vision Pro Plus. Okay, so all right, so first off, the obvious, right? You're gonna put it on. It's augmented reality because it has
Yeah.
cameras in the front, so you can, in theory, see. Like you can't actually see through it, but virtually you can see through it
Mhm.
through the cameras. I want to make that distinction because it's not glass, right? It
Right.
is your eyes are covered, but you can see through it through the virtual reality of it. The other thing that makes it
Yeah.
different, right? Let's go with what makes it different than everything else, because all of the VR, right? It lets you live in a different space and play games and
Yeah.
watch movies and do the internet and do all the things, right? All of them do it. What
Right.
makes this one different? It has this feature that oh, and by the way, sorry, I was just looking at it. The cable thing is a magnetic cable, doesn't have to be attached to use, but I'm imagining the battery life ain't going to be that great. So they have
Oh, probably
a
not.
reason they make a long enough cord to plug it in while you're using is because you need the cord. You know what I mean? If you didn't need the cord, they wouldn't make it that long.
Then what am I plugging it into? Because you earlier talking about like sitting on an airplane
Yeah,
watching it.
yeah.
I mean, so if I'm plugging it, say, into my iPhone,
No.
my
So
iPhone.
you're not. I'm sorry. Wait. You're not plugging it into a device. You're plugging it in for power.
Oh, so a backup battery or a wall outlet.
Right. It's essentially like a wall outlet. I'd imagine. Um, so I was gonna switch anyway. So what makes it different is this thing that I'm gonna show you, which is part cool because as a tech guy, part cool, also part super fucking creepy. So it has cameras that are looking at your eyes essentially from the inside that can project it to the outside to the world. So in essence, we would have a conversation face to face and you would see my eyes, but they are a virtual representation of my eyes.
Why?
So that way you don't have to take it off.
Why?
So in essential, like if you look at it, it looks like ski goggles, right? It looks like which I call BS.
Look,
that the
we
technology is
already
that
have
good.
enough. Well, there's that. Yeah. There's the other thing. We have enough problems with people that just
Stare at their screens.
yeah. My 7-year-old does it. I have to figure out what she wants for breakfast. I have to shut off the iPad and be like, what do you want for breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
No, come
now-
on. This is
Remember what was it? Back to the Future. Remember the goggles? And it's like fog. You're getting a call or whatever it was, and like he
Oh,
was
yeah.
looking. Like that's what we are essentially getting.
or the Borg from Star Trek. We're
Right.
turning into cyborgs. Next
So-
thing you know, Apple's going to offer you go to the Genius Bar and you can get it surgically attached.
Yeah. So, Joe, I see Joe in the chats. Yes, the plugged in nature of it, I think is going to be for like, let's say you're going to sit there and watch a movie for 2 hours. I don't think that, I honestly, I can't wait to find out what the battery life of this thing is. I can't imagine it's unplugged, untethered. It's more than like an hour or two. I can't imagine at the level of tech that this thing is pumping out. And that's
Yeah.
why they need the quick, like magnetic, long ass charger so that, like, you know, if you're gonna if you're gonna have an extended period of playtime or whatever, you want to be, you know, plugged in. But that's why I think like if you have like an hour flight, 2 hour flight, 3 hour flight, something like that, might be cool to just have throw on. I was trying to think of like what would I use this for? If I owned one of these, what would I use it for? And the reality is like maybe I'm in bed and my wife's asleep and I want to watch a movie, right? Or I'm on the airplane and you know
Maybe.
whatever. So they're
Maybe.
basically saying you're getting a 4K TV for each eye, basically. You're getting spatial audio, which is a dual driver audio pods positioned next to each ear to deliver personalized sound while letting you hear what's around you still. Ambient spatial audio makes sound feel like they're coming from your surroundings, and with audio ray tracing, it analyzes your room's acoustic properties, including the physical materials, to adapt and match sound to your space. So the idea being you can wear this headset without headphones, hear the headset, but still be hearing what's around you, and the headset makes it sound like it's coming from on the thing. Grooming and Review says it says 2 hours on the pack. Like if you look at the pack, it says a 2 hour an expected 2 hour battery life, which is why you have to plug it in if you're going to do longer sessions.
And the more you use it, the shorter that lifespan is
Exactly.
gonna be.
Within a couple months, that battery
Yeah.
lifespan is going to be 30 minutes, and it'll have to be plugged in all the time. So again, it's like it's for technology like this to take shape. You need adopters, which at that price point I think is really hard, and you need a
Yep.
reason for people to want it, which I don't see. Like I said, outside of like maybe if you're a really heavy traveler and like you know like oh this would be cool to just I could do emails fucking whatever, and then they're talking about like gestures, like controlling thing with gestures instead of having like you know the whole thumbsticks like you would usually do, which like for me that takes gaming out of the equation because gaming is way too it's
Intuitive.
we're not there yet to think that
No.
hand gestures. Who remembers the Connect, the Xbox Connect? I used to love that thing, but it was spotty at best. And then
Spotty?
you know,
Yeah, I had one.
It was
The
spotty at best.
cameras.
I enjoyed it.
Well, so it was funny. You want to talk about that for 2 seconds, and we're talking about the difference between. So at the time I had the PlayStation Move, which had these two like lollipop sticks that you had to use so it knew where your hands were,
Yeah.
and then the Kinect had a camera that was like you just had to. Here was the thing of it. It was the Kinect barely was able to keep up when you moved your hands and stuff like that. But you had to hold those two lollipops for the PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
but it was able to track it. It was just a pain that you had to carry those two sticks with you. No, give me a break. And don't tell me that 10 years later we've jumped the the technology up to keep up.
So, you know, again, what I think separates this from because I looked through the specs. Obviously, we're not talking like it's going to look gorgeous, right? The screens are going to look amazing, and yes, it's going to be
Probably.
like having a theater experience right in front of your eyes, all that stuff. That's what we've always been promised every time these things come
Sure.
out. You know, there people are speculating like there'll be a way to like sync your TV so that like let's say you have your Xbox or your PlayStation connected to the TV, that broadcast could go right to your eyes, right? So you could be gaming with your controller right in your hands. You could be gaming, but instead of on your TV, it's in your 4K theater experience, whatever.
You would have to if you would have because I have the old gen PlayStation headset, the VR. You can do that now, but that headset through several other devices is plugged straight into the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you can do that. If they're going to do it with Apple, it'd probably be one of these things where you would have to have an Apple TV. It would have to somehow go through your Apple TV, and I don't think that's going to happen. Now, maybe because Apple's got their arcade and their gaming store, app store and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
there's some decent, okay games on there, but nothing like,
So
Jedi
Greg makes a great
Fallen
point.
Order.
Greg makes a great point. Like, I'll get it in 5 years if it's even still a thing. That's the thing. When you have technology like this, there's going to be the early adopters, right? There's going to be the super rich who use it as a status symbol. But we're talking mainstream. It takes, on average, 2 to 5 years for something to really catch on, right? And become a mainstay. And I just think at this price point, they've really priced themselves out of the market, to be honest. Now, that being said, what changes, what makes them a game changer, or I should say a game changer, but what separates them from every other wearable device is that creepy technology we're seeing on the screen, which is it virtually makes your face, and the idea that someone, like the technology they have is that, so like I'm watching a movie, right? And I'm in my thing, and mom's like, hey, go take out the garbage or whatever. And like, I got to take off the headset and do it. Well, you don't have to take it off anymore. You can pause whatever you're doing and see the world normally and do what you have to do. Also, if somebody apparently, right, so I have my augmented reality, I have what I'm seeing. If somebody walks within your, and I'm sure it's a preset thing where you'll determine like 6 feet, 8 feet, 12 feet, whatever. If someone walks into your peripheral or someone walks in front of you, they will break through the augmented reality and will be there in front of you and then you can interact with them. And then there's also like, when you're completely closed off, like it'll have like a design or some wavy stuff so people can tell that you can't see them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, that's what makes them different. The other thing that they're selling as a high point, which I feel is super, super creepy, is the idea, like in the keynote, they showed like it's a dad wearing it and he's using it to record his baby's first footsteps. And the idea is that you can later go back and in augmented reality recreate that moment. It's very like Black Mirror fucking shit. You know what I mean? Where you're saving memories to your headset and whatnot.
I just had a really
Yeah.
bad thought.
I'm glad you got to that, because there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of that. A lot of it.
Uploaded the Pornhub.
There's going to be a lot of it. Because I didn't want to get to this point, but since you got us there, this is the reality. This is the reality. I'm a tech geek. This is the reality. The only tech that survives and thrives is the tech that is adopted by the porn industry. Period.
Blu-ray.
VHS beat Betamax because of porn. DVDs beat whatever it was at the time. Was not a DVD or sorry.
Blu-ray beat
HD
HD DVDs. That's
because
what
of
it is.
porn.
Yes.
You know, the internet beat everything because of porn.
Because of porn.
It's always because of porn. So what I need to do is reach out to some porn people, some influencers in the porn game, and say, is this something you will be using? Because if they use this, it will be adopted. It will become every day.
Then you'll be using your Patreon funds to buy one of these things.
I will, absolutely.
Yeah.
If I got, I got to be careful when I say this. If I were to get, realistically, 20 more patrons on my Patreon, patreon.com/popculturewarrior, I will buy an Apple Vision Pro. 20 Patreons.
Only
when does
20?
this thing come out? I think it comes out in, I want to say it was like, was it November? December?
Oh, If I start, I'm going to start campaigning hard like I'm trying to get you in the White House to get you those 20. You're damn right. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
I'll do it. You can clip it. You can quote me. I forgot when it's supposed to be released. I think I don't know if it was Christmas this year or beginning of next year. But realistically, I think if I could get and maintain, because here's the thing, people could easily join and then unjoin. If I could maintain, 20 more subscribers, I think I could do it. I could do it. I mean, that's what's gonna get it.
What are you at? You're at like what?
13, 12, 13?
100 Patreons? You only need 20 more to report this?
Sure, say it because it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Can't get 100 people to watch the show. All right. I think it's time for a giveaway. Y'all been patient. God bless you. I love you.
That's why you don't do enough giveaways. If you did more giveaways, more people would come to watch.
What is the buzzword? What is the code word? What is the password for this go around?
Airborne.
Airborne. Oh, that's not that's not
on the nose, is it? Airborne.
Sure. Airborne. There you have it, folks. If you would like to be entered into the giveaway, give us a big old airborne. Airborne. And
Airborne.
Airborne. And we will get you guys. I'm pulling it up now. We're gonna do another live giveaway. If you missed the first giveaway, here's your chance. Who we got? We got. I see Scott. Missed opportunity for Cocaine Shark.
Oh yeah.
Charles,
Cocaine.
Gotcha.
Hey, come on. Hey,
Joe.
listen, folks. If you've got in fact, Tubi's free. Just go watch. It's only 70 minutes. You'll see why it's going to be the greatest movie. It's going to win an Academy Award this year.
Maybe a
Wait,
Razzie.
That's it. I was about to ask you, what's the reverse? Yeah, Razzie. God.
Billy in the chats. What's up, Billy? Giving a great old Airborne.
Is anybody going to watch this movie? Because I can spoil it right now.
Oh, damn, Kaz, that's a good one. Why not Crocodile?
Crocodile.
That's money.
Wait,
that's
wait
money.
What if WTF Nation Radio produced a movie?
The Crocodile.
The Crocodile.
Andrew, the Crackoon. Yes, I like it. The Crackoon. All right, Andrew, I see you. Airborne. All right, let's see. All right, I think we got everybody.
Everybody?
There was your chance. Going once, going twice. All right, I think I captured everybody. Fantastic. Let's spin the wheel of winners. Y'all all a bunch of winners here.
Wheel.
So let's see. Switch over to this one. Hey-oh. All right, so you can see I got Scott, I got Joseph, I got Billy, I got Kaz, I got Andrew. And I'm going to shuffle. Tell me when to stop.
Keep shuffling. We'll stop shuffling at 2150.
Oh, come on.
All right, stop.
All right.
Hit the go button.
Spin that wheel.
Is it going to stop?
Oh, it's Keith. Keith for the win. Oh, man, Keith. Keith's been telling me, he's like, I've been watching you for years. I've never won shit once. Well, Keith,
now you won shit.
You can't say shit a lot now. You've won a prize box. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to make you a prize box, brother. Oh, I'm gonna fuck that thing up real good.
You know, the fact that we were just talking about porn, my brain is like all screwed up right now.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. All right. Don't go anywhere, guys. We got a couple more minutes, and we're going to do at least one more before the end of the night. So don't go anywhere. So this Apple thing, man, I don't know. You know what's funny? I'm kind of talking myself into it now.
Don't do it.
I'm kind of
Don't
talking
do it.
myself into it. I'm like,
Don't do it.
I travel a lot. I could, long car rides, airport rides, in airports.
No. Look.
Hotel. You're in a hotel. You don't want to watch their shitty TV, so you just, pull up your own whatnot.
Your own porn. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No.
You know that's going to be some immersive ass porn if you're watching.
They
that.
already have that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, next thing you know, you just need the what are those things? The fleshlights, the eye fleshlight.
Oh my
So
God.
it sinks.
Yeah. I'm good. And no,
You good?
Scott, there will be no expired butthole chocolates. Those I ate those long ago. I ate those long time ago. Those don't.
Oh,
Unless someone sends me another box of butthole chocolates. Which hold on, where is it? Hey, if anybody wants to send anything, P.O. Box 274, Monrovia, Maryland 21770. In case you guys want to, I'm shocked. I really expected when I put the address out there to be getting like a box of, I don't know, dicks or something, but apparently I've only gotten nice things from people. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Greg
challenge accepted.
Greg says he just pressed play on Cocaine Shark. So there you go. You've got
Nice.
an adopter.
Yes. There's one.
Scott says, if you don't win, send him a box of meth. Please don't send me meth. Because also, the old thing of like I say, if you send me candy, like I'll eat it. I don't care. But that's why I eat the chocolate buttholes. But yeah, don't send me meth. Please don't send me meth. I will feel obligated to do the meth, and I don't want to do the meth. So one other story before we do the next giveaway. The CW, which going way back was the WB. It's been the home of like superhero shows dating all the way back to like Smallville, right?
Which was like what, 2001, right?
2001.
Yeah.
So
holy shit, 22, 23 years.
22, 23 years, nonstop. There was a small break, like 2010, 2011. It was when Smallville ended, right before Arrow started. There was a small break where they didn't have anything. Well, this fall. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
No, it's way past my bedtime.
Grandpa, angry elf, stay awake. So this fall, I had to announce this. Fall, the CW's fall schedule, which has already come out, will have no comic book show for the first time since that small break between Smallville and Arrow. So,
but how long was that small break? Was you talking about Smallville ended in the spring and Arrow came on in the fall?
No, there was about a year. So it was a single fall lineup passed between those two shows. So it ended, a fall season passed, and then the next season Arrow picked up. So even, not counting that break. Let's start from when Arrow premiered. You're talking the 2011-2012 season. So still, that is...
You're still talking about 12 years?
Almost 13 years since the CW hasn't had a superhero show. Now,
but here's the other thing. Smallville ran for 10 seasons.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking, you're talking a long time. So now, let me read this for you so you can. It's not known yet whether Gotham Knights or Superman and Lois will be renewed. They're not currently on the fall schedule. And if so, they will most likely air at mid-season or summer of 2024 because we're just 3-4 short months away from the fall season and it hasn't been announced yet. So we're already past them coming out for the fall. So if they were to be renewed, it wouldn't be until, mid-season break, which is like right after the holidays, or summer, which again means there would be nothing on the fall. Now,
And it's still got the writer strike going on too.
exactly. Which, or again, what's on TV is from 9, 10 months ago. Like it takes a while for a
True.
writer strike to actually affect. So this isn't
Right.
because of the writer strike. This is because, in my opinion, Warner Brothers is kind of like reining everything in to reset
To
now that
max.
James Gunn is doing things. He wants a more cohesive universe that like Marvel has. So either way, this is not a good sign for the CW, but there is a rumor that Warner Brothers / Discovery Max streaming
Mhm.
platform could attempt to save Superman and Lois, or even both Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights, if the CW declines to renew them. My question to you is, at this point, what is the CW network when it doesn't have Supernatural, the Arrowverse, the Nancy Drew series is ending, the Riverdale series is ending? Like, what's left to watch? Like
What
Judge
reality
Judy
TV do they-
reruns?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But then again, who do you have regular TV in your house?
I do like cable. Yeah,
You have cable?
I do.
Okay.
I know.
So
You were
the-
leading to
the-
like who still has cable? Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I was gonna say the only people that I know that still have cable, well, okay, before you but you don't count.
Sure.
No, is my parents.
Yeah.
Like my wife and I cut.
You can call me
get the
daddy. It's
cord
fine.
cut-
It's fine.
I'm not gonna call you daddy. Are you kidding me? Give me a break.
Anyway.
Anyways,
I
anyways,
still have, because I like to watch
I
football.
got the cable. Like,
Yeah. I like to
yeah,
watch
but you
football,
can
so.
do that. But you can do that through Netflix, or not Netflix, Hulu, or YouTube. Or you can get it straight through the straight package. And no,
Anyway, point is, I don't know. I don't know what CW is without the shows that have made it as popular as this. I don't know. Maybe there's something coming that we don't know about. Maybe
Dawson's Creek, The Next Generation.
you say it, it's your lips to God's ears. Maybe there's a plan. But no, I don't even see that. Because sorry, I was gonna say like maybe James Gunn has a plan to like release certain shows, but if they were gonna do that, they would put it on Max, right? The Penguin series is gonna be on Max. Any other the Peacemaker series on Max, any of the spin-off series
Yeah.
of the DC universe is gonna end up on Max because they want
Because
to
they need to
control
draw
that.
that, and they want to draw the subscriptions to.
Right. But that's what I'm
If-
saying.
if-
They make so much money, X amount of money, selling their licenses and their properties to CW. They make
Right.
half the profit, let's say. But if they make the show and put it on Max, they get all the profit. So that's what they
But
want.
you-
They want to control it.
But here's the other thing. It's like, for instance, let's talk about the MCU just for a moment. All right. Before Disney Plus showed up, all right, we'll say Infinity War. Infinity War came out. All right. Once it was done, it did its theater run, it went to what, Netflix, and Netflix had it for like 4 months and paid Disney scrupulous amounts of money, right? Now, when Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out and goes to Disney Plus, they get nothing. They don't get any money because they're not getting any revenue from putting it on streaming.
Depending on how you're looking at it, right? They're not making money on the licensing of it to another company.
True.
But, if you're someone who hasn't subscribed, that's bringing a subscriber. And if you're somebody that's like, well, I'm kind of on the fence. Oh, well, Guardians is coming out. That's a reason to stay subscribed. So while, yes, they're not making dollars from the licensing of it, I do think it's building to their catalog. And every month that goes by is more reason to be a member, right? It's more reason to subscribe
Yeah.
because they have a bigger catalog. So
But here's the other thing. Outside of Netflix and Hulu, who have been around for the better part of a decade, none of these new streaming services have turned a profit yet. None of them.
and I don't think most of them will for a while. I mean, I think that's the reality of it.
Exactly.
See, when you
Exactly.
when you open a restaurant, they tell you 2 to 4 years is before you even like make your first dollar. It's when you get
Right.
out of the hole of opening a restaurant. Same thing for a streaming service. You know, it's going to take them quite a while. When Disney Plus got announced, I bought like I forget, it was like a 3-year, 4-year, 5-year share. So like I spent like $300 or $400, crazy, but I have a membership guaranteed for like whatever it was, 3, 4, 5 years before I ever have to
Mhm.
pay a dollar. You know, so when you average it out, it was like I was paying like $2 a month for Disney Plus for the first 4 or 5 years, something like that.
How'd you get that? Who did you
You had to
blow?
be an early adopter, man. I
I
bought it before, like when it was announced, like that day
yeah,
I bought into it.
so did,
Uh,
so did I. But I had to do the Hulu. I had to do the Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN package.
well, maybe that was the difference. Greg wants you to know. He says, I just paused the movie at 4:33. What in the actual fuck am I watching? Hashtag shark crab. So there you go. You got another one. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the final, maybe not final, who knows? Maybe there'll be another one. But one last attempt at a giveaway. One final attempt. Can we get one more winner tonight, at this moment? Mr. Angry Elf, would you provide us with a parting word for our viewers to possibly join in?
Since we're trying to get more people to watch it, Cocaine Shark.
You want shark crab or cocaine shark? I mean, it's gotta be something
Cocaine
short.
Shark.
It's short to type in, man. Jesus, you're killing the
All
guys
right.
tonight.
All right. Just put shark. Just put shark.
So cocaine shark, or cocaine, or somewhere in there. You send
Just
that
put-
to us. It'll get it. We'll
Just
get the message. We'll get the message.
tell me a short story using the word shark, cocaine, and crab.
What a 3,000 word essay, collated. All right,
Wait,
Keith,
I think
you can't win twice in one night, so I'm gonna have to remove you from the board. Congrats on your win.
who says show me the rules in writing.
I wrote the rules, so I say it. So I got Charles, I got Scott. Scott. Great Scott. I got Scott, I got Charles, I got Heath, I got Billy.
Yes, I do need to take. Well, I did take
Andrew.
my Centrum tonight. Thank you very much. I took it like 4 hours ago. You know, right as soon as I finished my dinner, my early bird special.
Peter, I got you too, buddy. Hey Vin, you want in on this? You want in on this giveaway? All you gotta do is say shark or cocaine or shark cocaine or cocaine shark or some odd mix of the two. I don't think more psyop rhetoric is gonna get you in on this giveaway. Give you another 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Final
This
clear
has
to
been
the
a
rear.
This has been a fun night. Who knew? You know, we
Oh,
talk about cocaine and
It's-
sharks, and
it's always fun when it's you and I.
I know. It's always fun.
You know,
Always
it's like
fun.
those.
Always a good time.
It's like those nights sitting in the barracks drinking beer, talking about who would win in a fight, Superman or Spider-Man.
I got Joe. You're in, buddy. All right. With that, I think we can spin the wheel. All right, let me pull it up. Dun, 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 dun.
Ba-
Let's internet. There we go. All right. I'm gonna shuffle. Tell
All
me when
right,
to
you're good.
stop. And we're
You're
good.
good. You're good.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to all of you.
Thank you.
Win that prize. I'm so
All right.
nervous. I'm so
What?
nervous.
You can't win your own
It's
prizes.
gonna be. Oh, it was so close. Heath. Heath is tonight's final winner. Winner.
Final winner?
Final winner. I mean, it's 10 o'clock. We do a 2-hour show here, man. We tried to anyway.
Wait a minute. No, you try. You could always go for extra innings.
Do I need to do another one? Is that what I'm hearing? Do I need to?
I'm an advocate for the people. Yes, you do.
Are you
There's
an
been a
advocate for
couple-
the people, or are you trying to win for yourself? I'm just curious here.
I'm an advocate for the people. Advocate for the people. If I win tonight, I'll throw it back to the crowd.
Wait, so if I were to do another one, what you're saying is
Right.
I should just remove your name. I shouldn't include you. Is that what you're saying?
I'll randomize. You know what? If I win, I will go into the chat, find my favorite comment, and give it to that person.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
Or we could take the wheel out of it, and I can just go into the chat right now and say who's going to win.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. So Heath won the last one. Yes, Heath won the last one. We'll get you out a prize. Let me make sure I write this down. It was Heath and who was the last one? I mean, I could watch back the replay, but who won the other one? Keith. Heath and Keith. Heath and Keith.
Yeah.
And then Mark won the first one. I know that. All right. So with that, I'll give Angry Elf here a chance to stroll through the chats, so that he can So Jim says, I tried to call, but your 900 number keeps wanting me to pay $4.99 a minute. Very funny.
Where's that one?
Very
Where's
funny.
that one?
That just came in a minute ago. Yeah, sorry about that. So Heath, you got your prize box coming. I'll reach out and Scott was like, fuck you, Heath. Oh man, I'll reach out. We'll get you a badass prize box. Heath is one of those guys. He's been around forever. Vince says, "What is cool merch?" Well, I don't give away merch because I have merch that you can get. You can get a CQ hat. You can get a Pop Culture Warrior shirt. You can buy all that stuff. It's out there. What I give away is stuff you can't buy. Well, that's not true. Things you can buy, but they're not in a shop per se. Like all these cool collectible things and autographed memorabilia and what was I saying? I give away original artwork from acclaimed artists. I give away signs.
not artwork that CQ does.
Yeah, not stuff. You don't want my artwork. That would be sad. That'd be very sad.
His artwork is like 2 steps down from a stick figure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a thinker. But yeah. So, do you have somebody, or do you need more time?
No, give it to Joseph Neves for the Centrum comment.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Oh shit. Yeah, Billy, I do owe you a coin. You are correct. You know what? Take a note. Billy needs a coin. Coin. Got that. I'll make sure that gets out. Yeah, for those at home, I have these super limited edition Pop Culture Warrior challenge coins. Where's the camera? There it is.
Yep.
It shows shiny. So shiny in our colors. And on the back, it's like WTF Nation Radio. But with that.
Did you give Heavenly Winkler, did you give the Fonz a coin?
You know what? I didn't. I didn't.
See, that's why you need me to go with you. You need to get me press passes. I'll carry your bag with the coins back there. I can just, while you're sitting there doing the interview, I can reach it out. Like, here you go, sir. Here's your coin.
I did give one to Joe Quesada because I mean the
Okay.
family collection to the military. I think is something he would
Yeah.
appreciate. And I did give one to David Hayter. Again, we just had such a great conversation. And he was like, "Man, I'd love to come on your show," and I was like, "Well, that deserves a coin." So yeah, so I did give some of them.
Okay.
Not everybody.
Okay. So you
Henry
had
Winkler-
coins.
No offense, but here's the thing: Henry Winkler, God bless him, doesn't seem like a guy who's gonna take a coin and be like, "Oh, this means so much." Like he probably gets millions of things from fans all over the world,
True.
and
Because he's been doing this since the 70s.
yeah. So I didn't think. Just so you know, because I want you to know this, you have from Charles, have Angry Elf back more often, and from Greg, he says, I second that. So there you go.
Well,
you know. So yes.
Hey, I will. Maybe we can make that happen.
So and just so you know, Joe Nieves saw your comment about loving his comment, so he said hot. So
Yes.
So Joe Nieves has won the fourth and final prize box of the night.
A
thanks
man
to
of the
Angry
people.
Elf. Angry Elf, a man of the people. So I'm going to write down Joe to get a prize box as well.
And
we'll get 'em squared
hey,
away.
ladies and gentlemen, listening right now. 1, if you're not a Patreon subscriber, become a Patreon subscriber. 2, tell your friends and your family, become Patreon subscribers. Because if we can get that Patreon count up by 20, CQ will buy this Apple, Vision Pro?
Yeah.
He will buy a Vision Pro. In fact, you know what? If he buys that Vision Pro, I want him to do an entire show
I will.
with that thing
I will
on
do
his
the
face.
entire show. That's it. If I get 20 more subscribers on Patreon, I will absolutely not only buy it, but I will do an entire episode I'll be in augmented reality trying to do this show. And we'll see. Dude, I could watch my stream in augmented reality while doing my stream. How trippy would that be?
Hey, you got to tell Mrs. CQ to have a bucket next to you so when you puke.
It's like, I see me doing me to me. Anyway.
I see me doing me to me. Wow. So you're saying I took that the wrong way, man.
Jim says, if you're doing quest or guest bubbles, next bubble, surprise them and swap the videos and tell them they're hosting for the first 20 minutes. Ah, I see what you mean. Okay.
I'll put them in the hot seat like that. Okay.
Put
So
me
you're
in the
telling
bubble
me
and they're in the main screen, something like that. Anyway.
All right.
This has been phenomenal time. Real
Yes.
quick, for those at home, for those that don't know the spiel, let's take a quick moment and pull up the graphic here at WTF Nation Radio, what you can expect on a weekly basis. It starts off on Sunday nights with the Sports Bar, hosted by King and Coach. Great show. Anything you want to know, anything you want to talk sports, it's there. Then we come back to the Monday edition on Monday night, the aptly named Monday edition on Monday nights, hosted by Ice. And I think he's going to start rotating guest co-host. I think he's Ice likes to copy what I do. It's fine. I love him. He likes to copy what I do. So last night, one of our good friends, Massey, joined him on the Monday edition, and they had a great time. That was a fun thing to watch. So that was cool. Then Tuesday nights, right here, Pop Culture Warrior. For those people that like to hop on and they're like, what the fuck is this nonsense about comic books and movies and all? That's cool, man. That's cool. You know, the channel has a variety of shows, and Tuesdays is my time. That's my time. That's when I get to talk about all the nerdy stuff that I like to talk about. But if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to tune in. God bless you. Have a good life. On Wednesdays, you got Radar and TZ at the Smoke Pit. They're doing all the smoking and joking you E4 mafiosos can appreciate. Great show, lots of fun conversations and guests. Thursday is Sergeant's Time. That's Ice. That's Pookie. No, that's not Pookie. That's it's either Shipwreck or Mom or somebody is joining Ice on Sergeant's Time, talking all the things big army. Shipwreck sometimes. Sometimes it's Flat. Well, it used to be Flash. That's old days. But lots of different people joining Sergeant's Time, talking about all the things happening in the military, all the ins and outs of what's happening in the military. Then that leaves us on Friday nights with Friday Night Freedom. That is just the catch-all be-all. That is the jack-of-all-trade of shows. You never know what you're going to get. You tune in for Kaz, you tune in for Pookie, and all the shenanigans that they might be having. It's a good time over there at Friday Night Freedom. Great show. So with that, I'm going to pull us back. Mr. Angry Elf.
Yes, sir.
Any parting words for our fan base tonight? They were showing you a lot of love tonight, man. I don't know what the fuck's that. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know.
Well, you're getting a lot of love tonight.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I appreciate it. Absolutely. And I'll come back on as often as I can.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. What do we got this week? Oh, hey. This week, Transformers. Rise of the Beasts.
Rise of the Beasts.
And yep, Beast Wars. If you're a Beast Wars fanatic from back in the 90s, hey, this is your movie. And then the following week, hey, it's Batman Presents The Flash.
Yes. Yes. Michael Keaton presents The Flash.
Michael Keaton presents Ezra Miller on his parole hearing in The Flash.
Oh man.
Hey, so the next 2 weekends we got some good movies coming out. Mr. CQ, are you gonna go see Rise of the Beasts?
If I'm being honest, probably not. Probably not.
I'm right there. My daughter asked. Yes.
No, only because I have a lot on my plate. And I'm still catching up from all traveling, and then I got to prep for traveling again very soon.
I haven't watched a Transformers movie in theaters since Age of Extinction.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I'll buy it.
It was only like 2 movies ago, right? It was like Bumblebee and was it Last Night or something like that? Night Rider, Transformers Night Rider. Is that one of them?
No, Transformers Last Night. So
Last Night.
I don't know. If word of mouth comes back around and says it's a good movie, maybe I'll catch it. But nope, I'm gonna definitely go see Dark Knight Returns in 2 weeks.
Y'all in the comments are funny. Joe says, I'll tell you about it. Hey, Joe, man, fucking shoot a review, man. Record a review. We'll put it up on the page. We'll play it during the show. I don't care. We'll do it. Billy says, that fan in your background is ready to take off. And Scott, good call. June 11th, Xbox showcase for us Xboxers. We got a showcase of our own June 11th. And let's be honest, real quick, I got to be honest. I'm an Xboxer through and through, but the showing of games for this console generation has been lackluster at best. At best. It's, you've had this, you have the ones you come to expect, the Halo, the Forza, but there's really been nothing that, defined a generation the way that God of War did, Spider-Man, the Uncharted series, Metal Gear back in the day, like those kind of games.
I think it's partly because they lost E3.
I don't believe in the whole win-loss of a convention to define a generation. It boils down to, and I hate to say it does boil down to exclusives, right? Because whoever has the best exclusive is, in essence, the better console or the winner of that generation. Right. And I just don't think that. Here's the thing: I think Xbox and PlayStation 5, stats-wise, are practically identical. When you really break down the nuts and bolts of it, I just think that just graphically, Sony's a little bit better, and the deals they have with certain studios are just working out better. And Microsoft, They tried to get Activision. They got Blizzard, or not Blizzard.
Yeah.
Bethesda. They got Bethesda. They got so
Right.
So I do think down the line, Microsoft's gonna have some pretty badass stuff. But it just this last,
It's
and I think COVID
Oh, yeah.
fucked that with that. I'm sure had a part
Well,
to play in
probably.
it, and a lot of things. But yeah, I really need
a
for
PlayStation 5.
but a bunch. No, I need Xbox to really come strong on this showcase and give us something to be excited about for the future, because we just haven't had anything to be excited for in a while. Billy says, can't wait for the new Twisted Metal show. Yeah, the Twisted Metal show I'm has my attention. I'm curious. I'm hesitant. What really has me excited is the Fallout TV show. Like, if they could do a Fallout the way they did The Last of Us, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That could be pretty
that's
good.
gonna be good. The Twisted Metal, I don't know. I'm leery. I'm leery at best. From what I've heard,
what- Anthony Anthony Mackie. I
Yep.
don't know.
yeah, they have him leading, and then they had, I forget, somebody's gonna do the voice of Sweet Tooth. Somebody like famous. I can't remember now. Shice.
Google it.
Yeah,
Google
voice
this.
of Sweet Tooth. Let's see. I don't know. Josh Brolin? Oh no, that's
No.
Netflix's Sweet Tooth. That's a whole different thing. There's
Oh.
the Twisted Metal voice of Sweet Tooth. I think it was gonna be. Oh, what was it? Yeah, Will Arnett. That's it. Will Arnett. Will Arnett was gonna voice Sweet Tooth, and then Samoa Joe, the wrestler, is actually doing his physical appearance. Like, he will be the live action Sweet
Yeah.
Tooth, but Will Arnett's gonna be doing the voice, which I think is such a weird choice.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was Batman,
Anyways.
so I mean, it is what it is.
I'm Batman.
Heath, Resident Evil would make such a great movie. Why hasn't someone tried that? That's funny. That's funny. Also, yeah. Also, Henry Cavill with Warhammer 40K. That's gonna be another one. Yeah.
Is that a show or is that a movie?
I think it's gonna be a show. I think it's gonna be a
Okay.
show in the vein of like The Witcher. But yeah. And then Greg says Starfield is gonna be tits. Man, Starfield has to be the fucking best thing that ever to make up for the just lackluster 2 years we've had. It is something. Matthew says,
Yep.
just want to say thanks for sharing missing veteran posts. I sadly dealt with 2 of those posts in which I know the people and serve with them. Keep up the work. Hey man, thank you, Matthew. That's a wonderful comment. I mean, I know it's not really what we talk about in this space, but through WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, yeah, we're very proud to look out for our veterans and our brothers and sisters that are out there and doing things. So, yeah, we'll keep at it. You people are out there in the front lines. Keep sharing it, and we'll keep doing what we got to do. But with that, guys, this has been another phenomenal Tuesday's favorite day of the week. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out, hanging out with us, and having some laughs, having some fun. I can promise you more games, more giveaways, more crazy, awesome celebrity interviews in the future. This is gonna be good. When you get a chance, subscribe to the Patreon. And if you can't, and that's okay, go to the youtube.com/popculturewarrior. Go check out the videos I put out there. There's some great clips on there. There's some great videos. And this last one was pretty awesome. Pretty happy.
And while you're there, subscribe and like.
Subscribe and like and hit the bell for the notifications. All that stuff they say in the videos. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for hanging out. And with that, we'll bring it to a close. Any parting words?
Good night.
What was it Stribling used to say? Don't don't jack off. Don't eat Cheetos and
don't
jack
jerk off. Yes, don't eat Cheetos and jerk off. You'll turn your dick orange.
Yes. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Oh, no! We're too late! We missed it! Oh, jeez, this is heavy. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Doc, I got a time machine. I'm just gonna punch in the coordinates. Pop Culture Warrior, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WTF Nation Radio. Now crank this bad boy up to 88 miles per hour.
Let's see it.